And here it is, the house where Keats lived. Quite damp and chilly. In fact, I think I might get tuberculosis just visiting it. Keats, of course, died of tuberculosis, quite tragic. Shouldn't be making fun of it, but it is moist and cold in this part of London. Amazing. Let's see what we can see in Keats's house. So here I am in Keats's study. He would look out here, sitting in these chairs. These are replicas. This is his desk where he would write. Ode to a Nightingale. Original here. And this famous painting of him sitting, as Severn had mentioned. No, not really the romantic. And this is the little room where Keats would entertain his guests. It's really remarkably small, especially for the kind of partying they did in here. Remember, give me women, wine, and snuff until I've said enough, or something like that. All of that would happen here. Here we have all the romantics gathered together. Some, of course, friends. Top left, Wordsworth, who I think came to this house. And then Taylor Coleridge, William Blake, this is Byron, the one I like most, and Shelley and Keats. And finally I have found it, Keats's bedroom. Up on the first floor, original fireplace. And original bed. Imagine the debauchery in Keats's house. So we're directly above the study where he wrote. The opposite side, I need to understand what it was used for. And then downstairs, as I had mentioned, right here, there was his study, and on this side there was that small parlor where they entertained. So what would this have been, I wonder? There's really not much to Keats's house. I'm downstairs in the basement now. There were only 2 rooms upstairs, and this is basically his kitchen at a basement level underground, and of course his wine cellar. He loved it. Oh, for a draught of vintage that hath been cooled a long age in the deep delved earth. Well, this is that deep delved earth where his wine was kept cool, and it is a bit cool right now in the end of September. I can't believe how small this area of Keats's is. Just ends here, and then here we go up, and now right up to the 2 rooms, that salon where they partied, and the drawing room where he wrote. Now I have to figure out where he slept and where the toilet was. It makes sense now. There is an upstairs, first floor, where I'm sure I'll find Keats's bedroom. But here, we have, and of course this was not Keats's house. There was a dividing wall between where Keats was and this area where Fanny, the woman he would fall in love with, lived. And this is Fanny's bedroom. They were neighbors, sort of attached house with a dividing wall in between. Shall I give you Miss Braun? She's about my height, with a fine style of countenance of the lengthened sort. She was sentiment in every feature. She manages to make her hair look well. Her nostrils are fine, though a little painful. Her mouth is bad and good. Her profile is better than her full face, which indeed is not full, but pale and thin without showing any bone. I remember on another occasion, I think Keats is writing to Severn or to I believe, and he says that this woman, Fanny Braun, whom he loves, is very strange. Well, another remarkably moving experience. This garden would have been shared between the two houses that were divided. This door would have been on the side of the, not on Keats's side. This is the window that he could see out from, where he would read Shakespeare, where I had sat in the style of the portrait above the fireplace. And there is Keats's bedroom window. Whole house is rather small, especially to be divided into two. And all of this, a new addition. The original front door for Keats would have been right here, where this new wing was put on. And so I guess we would say right there would have been the original front door into Keats's house, with his salon where he wrote on the left, and or rather his study on the left, and then the salon where they partied on the right, with a staircase, spiral staircase going up to the bedrooms, and one going down to where we'd seen the wine cellar. There would have been a little kitchen there, and something called a scullery, which I think is the toilet I had been looking for, where they had no running water, of course, so where some water would have come. And I found out that the other side of the house, where his lover Fanny lived, had a small hole in the ceiling to collect rainwater, so the rainwater would run into a kind of chamber pot, and that would be water for the upstairs. And then they had the kitchen downstairs, a kitchen much larger and more in function than that used by Yeats. Overall, this was quite a moving experience to see this area where Yeats had lived and worked.